Alright, we are live, waiting. Are you online?
I didn't mean to. I'm trying to move it.
That's fine, you can play online, but you're gonna get probably, yeah.
Hey, what?
She's playing online.
What? I just actually poked a button, so I just continued.
What's going on, CJ? How's your weekend going there, bud?
What?
What is going on, James? Yes, I did receive it.
What? How are the cops already after you? Because I was shooting.
Sorry about not giving a notification that I was going live, but you guys know my schedule, so you know when I go live. What's going on, Brooks Balls? Is this your first time in the chat? Or did somebody change their name? And I know I was a couple minutes late, but I have a very good reason for that. Name change. Brooks Balls is probably Jason Brooks. Exactly. That's what I was about ready to say. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Didn't know if we had a new subscriber in the mix.
What is that? I don't know.
So, I know that we've been working on this incubator.
Oh, it's there.
Well, there's two people watching. So whatever I say, I'm probably going to have to repeat later. But I'm sure you guys won't mind, will you? And I've been watching a little bit of football, and it looks like Kansas City's going to get to play Indianapolis next week. Go Chiefs. So let's see here. Waiting on a couple more people to show up here, but it may not be a couple more people. It may just be us tonight. Who knows? So James, probably Tuesday. How does that sound for that shipment? Ship Tuesday, receive Wednesday. Now, like I said, I was going to work on the watering system on all four of these. I only got one done, but as you can tell, there is no water bottles on that rack anymore. That's because I just got finished plumbing this rack. The only reason why this is higher than these is because this board here goes out further than the leg. So, with me being a perfectionist on my stuff, I couldn't have it go in front of the board. So what I did was I went ahead and went on top, right here, and ran it over top of it. It still works fine. It looks good. All the others is about the same on all of them. So that looks good. And also on the bottom, I got my drain plug right there. So what's going to be different on these racks when I do the running of the hose, they're all going to be close to the board like that. I'm not going to have them come up and where's one that was like that? I'm not going to have it like this. I don't like that. I want it more professional looking. I'm going to try to have it to where it runs on top of this. Oh, maybe up a little bit, but it's got to have that arc to it. And I'm even so perfection on everything. I have these placed in the exact spot. Now, you might be saying, Donnie, you bought clips for those nipples. Why does it look like that? Well, a while back, I was watching a video from Olympus Reptiles, and they showed another way to hold that water nipple in the rat rack. So I'm going to try it. I got enough to do 10 of them, and I only got enough to do 10 because they ran out of these little things. So, what I did was I put 3 washers on the top, and then that pin, let me go ahead and pull this tub out here so you can see underneath.
Want me to get you to the screen on?
Yes. and it looks like this on the underneath. So let me show you how that looks not being on the rack. And I like the way it does this. So what I'm going to try out is, I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I'm going to pull this board off and this board off, and I'm going to cut it back like this. Now, if that works, that's going to be good, because right now with this rack, when you go to pull the tub all the way out, you got to pull it out so far and then angle it and pull it out and drop it, because the way this water nozzle is, it hits the tub coming out. So if that'll work, that means I'm going to have to take off each one and cut it and then put it back on, which is fine. I don't care. I just want these racks looking good, doing what I want it to do, and I want it professionally looking. So it's going to look different when I get done, hopefully. But let's go ahead and show you exactly what that setup looks like. And I like it. It works out real well. It's easy to put on. We'll see how the rats do with it. I did all of my grow out rack just like this. And we'll see. I'll show you guys what it looks like. We got to go in here and get more water nipples. Welcome everybody that just showed up. Let's see what I do with it. What did I do with it? Right here. My big bag of goodies. Enjoying a Saturday at home. That is awesome. So, here is what I did. And this is a good idea to do if you don't want to use them little clips. Alright, so here is the water nipple. Here are the 3 washers. Now, the holes in the washers have to be big enough to go over this one and this one, but small enough to not go over this nut here. So what you do is you put it on there like that, and it sets on there, just like so. This goes down in the 1/2-inch hardware cloth, like so, okay? When it goes in there, it's sitting there like this. Then, all you gotta do is take this little clip it, and that holds it, just like that. So, right there in that space is where the hardware cloth is. And that's what holds it. Now, the only downside that I see of that so far is that water nipple can travel. It's got a 1/2-inch travel every which way. But I'm okay with that. We'll see what happens. I'm going to keep a close eye on it. So I have enough to do 10. So I did 6. So I'm going to do 4 right here. And then we will watch it and see. But overall, I like the looks of this. It looks very well. It looks professional. It looks good. Maybe I should build them and sell them. But hey, the way I build them, I put a lot more money in it than needed. But when I get done with them, they're perfect. So that is all that matters. The rats live in them just fine. And hey, I haven't had any problem with any more chew outs. So that is something to be thankful for. So, with that being said, as you can see, I got my heater up and going because it is kind of chilly outside. So, I'm going to turn it off for a little bit because I don't want that bill to jump up, if you know what I mean. So right now, I only have 2 tubs that do not have any rats in them. But on the grow out tubs, there's a couple with 2 rats in it each. One with 3. And then I got a mom with some babies. Chances are tomorrow when I feed, the mom's going to go back in with the other rats, and all that rack is going to be empty, which is fine. But that's going to give room to grow. I'm not worried about it. And everything else, I'm getting ready to get on the computer so I can start seeing what you guys are saying. I'm just trying to get a lot of stuff, you know, said and done. That way you guys have a chance to think about it. And if you have any questions, all you got to do is just say, hey, what about this, that, or the other? So that is what's going on there. I looked at my snakes earlier, so I'm going to check on them right after the live stream, and we're going to do some cleaning. So if I open up one of these tubs and it's a mess, it's just because we haven't cleaned yet. So.
Did you see my cookie? No. You did too. What? You just.
They're arguing over cookies.
You can have it. Did I eat it? No. What are you eating in your mouth? Okay. You can have it. No. I didn't even go. Not it. You have one. Give me my cookie. You said I. No.
Chase is on now.
You had a cookie yesterday. Give me my cookie. You had one earlier. You already had one. You said Faith could have it. That's not fair. No, she didn't get one. No one gets it now. It's my cookie. Vote Team Reagan. I just knocked it down.
The fun of being in this household. Exactly. So, I don't know what you guys are going to see when I open these tubs up. They might be dirty, they might be clean, but we are going to clean them after the live stream. So, no worries. There's the old pied female, the pet only. What's going on, Heather?
Hi, Heather. Hi, everybody.
Now, before I forget, let me get this,
No more. You had one.
hey.
I didn't think of my yes. Ooh. You spit it out.
So, like I said, we was possibly going to retrofit these two racks with these same tubs that's over here. So I went to Target today, and I bought 3 of the tubs that are exactly like what's in the sea serpents racks, okay? So, I like them a lot better. This is actually what they are. Right here. So if you're looking to build a rack, I would recommend using these tubs here. They're the ones that have this bottom on them. They're so much easier, and I like them a lot better. So that's what we're going to start using. But I bought 3 of them just to test them out on the different levels to see if I'm going to have to do any changing out the legs at all, which eventually I will, because I want to build the racks taller, or I want them taller anyway.
I'm going to check them out real quick.
But as you can tell, there is a gap in there, but I think that gap's going to be fine. I don't think that's going to be an issue, because if you look at the gap on the sea serpents racks, it's almost the same. So that should be fine. That should be perfect. They slide in and out a lot easier. I think I'm going to be happy with it. Now, there's going to be a couple of these that I am worried about, but we're going to go ahead and check them out right now and see. Can you hold this tub for me? It's got a snake and water in it, so be careful.
I fell. Because there was water on the ground.
How many CDs can... I'm not sure. Just be careful when you pull it out, because it is a bigger male. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't spill the water. I would say don't spill the milk, but you don't need to spill the water. Yeah, that's a little bit too much there. That's way too much. So yeah, I'm gonna have to refit the legs. That's what I needed to know. So that'll be okay. That's no problem. I'll do it. I got no problem with that. Whoa.
I spilt it anyway.
Spilt water anyway. I'm kind of holding this camera here. It's in there very carefully. Sorry guys, you just got to close up on my hair. All right, we are back in there.
There was water over here.
But normally on the gaps, I like to see about 1/8 of an inch. So that let me know what I needed to know. And I will go, I'm going to need to go buy some legs, and we'll do that. So that is no problem in my opinion. So I'm getting ready to go over here to the computer so I can see what you guys are saying. My mouth is a little dry, so I need to drink some tea.
He didn't even care about it.
But we'll see what's going on with everybody. I'm going to turn that light out. So let's go over here, and since I've been talking for the last 16 minutes,
An hour.
we'll go over here and start communicating a little bit with you guys. Are you still online or no? All right, so
My knee hurts so much.
do not forget Tuesdays and Thursdays, these two girls are taking over the channel. So Faith will be covering Table Talk Tuesday, and Reagan will be covering Twist 'em Up Thursday. Now, they're going to be producing a 2-minute vlog or less each day. But we are still going live on the same days. We're just adding 2 vlogs a week.
A carrot cake.
Maniac Morphs, what is going on?
Carrot
Now, I did get your sticker, Maniac. I appreciate it. That thing looks awesome. We're going to go ahead and go over here and take a look at it. Give you guys a look at my incubator.
Are you driving or is he?
So, here is a shout out to TGH, DEA, and Maniac Morphs again, because that's what stickers I got right now. So, right here on the front of my incubator, there you go. That is TGH, the Genetic Hunters. You got DEA Exotics, and there's yours, Maniac Morphs. It looks awesome. So there you have it. I can't wait to fill that incubator up with stickers and this incubator here. Now, if you noticed, what's in that incubator? That looks like tubs. Yes, I bought some tubs. So this incubator is officially complete, tubs and all. All I got to do is switch around 1 or 2 of my thermostats, and then I will be good to go. So I plan on doing some rearranging right here again, and that will...
Be flattened.
Here's what I plan on doing, guys, and I want you guys to let me know what you guys think. I'm taking this rack here, and I'm going to scoot it out to right here, okay? Reason being is I want this rack left running this way because it is so long I can't stick my arm back in there and wipe the back when the top's wet, okay? So this rack is moving this way. Now, what else am I going to do? I'm going to turn these racks flat against that wall so they'll open up like this. And I'm going to line it up from back in that corner as far over as I need to. Hopefully, that's going to open me up a little room, which let's do a little bit of measuring real quick, and we will find out what exactly room I'm going to have left. Now, the reason, it's going to get a little dark, the reason I decided to do it that way and move that rack out a little bit is because if I left it there, I would not have enough room to pull those tubs out of that rack. So I have to accommodate that other one to make room for it. So let's go ahead and do some measuring while we're on here. Because if I got to change my plan a little bit, I might as well go ahead and change it. So let's go here, get the paper towel out of the way, get you guys looking straight. So here we have it. So these two racks are 36¼ inches wide. These two racks are 34¾ So you're looking at 35 plus 36. So you're looking at about 71 inches, okay? So if I was to do that, 71 inches is going to take me to that side of my foot. So that's going to leave me about 40 inches or so. About 40 inches or so. Now my two incubators, one of them's 23½.
Did you design this guy?
No, I don't think. 23½, and the other one is 17½. So we're going to be too long a little bit. But as small as this incubator is, I should be able to stack it on this one and be just fine. So we will see on that also. That way the two incubators are going to be stacked on top of one another. I'm going to have probably a foot of room left. That'll be fine. Gives me a little bit of room to put my stool at the end. And we'll see what it looks like. If need be, I can always stack this on top of here and then do something else with this. That's just an option. But then they're going to be up to the ceiling again, which I think might cause an issue. So that's what I plan on doing with that. I may do that tomorrow, or I may do it next weekend, depending on how tomorrow goes. I know Crystal's got to clean the rats. I got to feed tomorrow. I got to clean all the tubs tomorrow. And I got to finish all the water stuff tomorrow. So what I got to do tomorrow in here is I'm taking all that water stuff off of those racks. And then I got the new water nipples and new stuff to work on it with. So I'm going to install all new hardware throughout. Run all new hosing, and we're good. So that's what I got to do tomorrow. And hopefully I can get that done by 3 o'clock for Sunday chat. That's probably what my first focus is going to be on. So my focus tomorrow is feeding, cleaning, and this. If I have room to reorganize that, then I will. So what is up with the cop cars in the background? Well, that is because she probably did something on GTA. And if you notice, she's got 2 stars. So the cops are after her.
Want me to turn it down?
No, TJ was just wondering. So Reagan broke the law. They're coming for her. On the game. So, do you guys have any questions about the rearrangement, about the incubator, about the watering system that I installed? Anything at all? I will answer questions. We're going to go back over to the computer. We're going to talk a little bit. And we're just going to see what everybody's up to this weekend. And I need another drink. Alright, so let's see here. TJ, are you going to do a brand new channel, or are you just changing your name? Am I getting a second incubator, or who are you talking to, James? Thank you, Maniac. I try to have everything looking good and everything perfect because I want my rats and my snakes to thrive. The only way to thrive is to have a perfect setup to make them happy, and especially those rats. If I can have a perfect setup for them rats and they're happy, they're going to produce like that. They're going to give me bigger litters, they're going to give me healthier babies, and they're going to produce more often. And if I get the right setup on those rats, which I do have, then I know I can be gone for a week and I don't have to worry about them. The snakes, I don't have to worry about them either. That's why you keep their tubs clean and you keep their waters changed, because you never know when something might happen and you might have to leave for a few days. So stay on top of it, keep it done, that way it don't burn you in the long run. I'd rather it burn me now and take up my time now than to really mess me up long run, because I didn't clean the tub, I had to leave, I come back and now my snake's sick or my rats are sick again or anything like that. So, that's good. Well, Shelly, even if you just buy a few rats, you can nurse them back to health as long as they don't have respiratory infection. It wouldn't bother me getting them and just doing that, because I know I've gotten rats from a place or two, and at times the rats smell worse than they should, but not all breeders are as clean and as OCD on keeping stuff clean as we are. Oh, okay, so if they're sneezing, then that's fine. Okay, so James, sorry about skipping your question earlier. Am I getting a second incubator? I've already got a second incubator. I wish I had the room to where I could really do a really good rat production to supply some of you guys with rats. But right now I can't do that. Never know what's going to happen in the future. And, you know, I definitely want to breed more than what I need. That way I don't have to worry about it. That is my first incubator. It runs fine. And this one is my second incubator. Now, I almost figured out how to run 8 tubs out of that, but I don't like how they look. So I'm still running 6 out of this. I'll run, depending on the clutch size, I could run 6 or less than that one. So that gives me 12 tubs. So that's fine. Depending on the size of the clutch too. But if I need to, I'll know. I know all these snakes aren't going to lay at the same time. So it's going to give me a little bit of time. So I'm not too worried about it. And I'm going to put them in this one first. And then I'll put them in here. So unless they're a smaller clutch, then I'll put them in there to begin with. So let's see here. Let's see here. I'm just going to have to suck it up and find time to travel to get some. Well, hopefully. Are you wanting live or frozen thawed? Let's see here. CJ, when are you going to build your rat rack? Live, looking for a breeding trio. I would look for a 1 male, 3 female setup. Most generally, I would get a male from one place and females another. That way you know you're not breeding bloodlines together. Well, CJ, if you need help building your rat racks, give me a holler. I'll be more than glad to come down or come up and help you.
Where's he live?
He's the one that got the pastel inchy that I left to go deliver a couple weeks ago. Him. Let's see here. So, Virginia, are you the one that got your friend's snake? Is that correct? Oh, 3 females, my bad. You said 1 to 2, but it's 1 to 3. Got it. Well, some of my tubs are 1 to 2 right now, just because I remember my rats were sick and they kept dying off. Now they're healthy. Some of them are 1 to 2. Uper, I will go to your place if I'm ever up that way. But, like you said, you're going to be down here faster than I'm going to be up there. So, go figure. And as tall as you are, you're probably going to look right over me and not even see me. So, I don't even know if you're going to see me when you come down here. Let's see here. I will have 8 snakes, including the one I got from you. What size breeding group of rats would you recommend?
I still got 2.
I would recommend 1 male, 3 female. Now, on one of my tubs, I got a 1 to 4, but that's smaller, so they're growing up. But I'm going to be moving one of them females out into another tub once those females get bigger. And once I get my babies growing up and I can pull them away from their mom, I'm going to start combining different females together to try to start making more room, because some of my tubs have 2 females. One of my tubs has 1 female. I just need to condense what I can. That way I can have more room to make more breeding pairs. Alright, so Virginia, you said no. Okay. Let's see here. Uper, I come that way about once every 2 years. We'll certainly look you up next time. So Donnie, when are you going to the terrarium in Utica, Michigan? I have no idea when I'm going to go see Brian. I would love to, but as of right now, that's not a plan of mine. I'm not going to be able to do that anytime soon. What's going on, Dion?
Hey, Shelly. Or does she leave? She's still here?
I think she's in there.
Oh. Hi, Shelly. I haven't said hi to you yet.
If I come south, I may never have the energy to climb back up the hill. Hey, that's fine. Well, come on down. You'll be all right. I'm going to try to make it to the Reptarium sometime this year. Yes, that would be awesome. Let's see.
Hi, Shelly.
Let's see.
I'm playing. Oh my god.
All right, so it is official.
Look, Dad.
Kansas City Chiefs will be meeting with the Indianapolis Colts at Kansas City.
3 stars.
Are you riding with somebody?
Yeah. It's online. They pick us up wherever we get killed or something. They come by us and they someone said that I'm trying to help you because
You're going to end up dying.
Oh, you know how many times she's died?
I'm online. Someone's writing me.
She's playing online. I had it scheduled, Jason, and got stuck. Schedule change at work. I was so mad. James Nelson. Dallas versus Seattle. I'm sorry, but go Seattle. I'm watching Dallas. How about them Cowboys? No comment. But, all right. So let's go ahead and take a look at some rats. They need to be clean, so keep in mind of that. And yes, I can tell. What I'm going to start doing before we look. No, don't go Pats. Go Kansas City. Come on now, Maniac. Alright, so here's what I plan on doing. Tomorrow or tonight, she's going to change all these except for the grow out rack, because the grow out rack probably will not have any rats in it after tomorrow. But what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start cleaning, or have her start cleaning, 2 on Sunday and the other 2 on Wednesday. That way, you don't have that worst smell that it could get. And you're still cleaning, but you're kind of spreading it out a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a look at a few rats here. Got some babies. It's mamas and daddy in there. Babies are looking good. And this is the worst they look, by the way. You got some breeding groups in here that just hasn't produced yet. So that's good. They're growing. They'll be alright. Got some babies in here with a big daddy. And then, in this tub right here, I think it is. Look at all them babies. Nice, cute little babies. And then, here is the tub that the pet rat's in. I don't know which one it is. Come here, Mama. Whoever it is, come here. Let's see who comes up, because I know someone will be here. But she's pregnant. I think it's this girl right here. Look how big that girl is. She's big. But, yeah. She's pregnant. Looking good. Got a pregnant one in there. So hopefully she'll be popping pretty soon. So as you can tell, some of these racks are pretty light with rats. But that's what I was telling you. You just got to remember that I'm dealing with the aftermath right now. So I don't want to introduce a mom in a tub with babies, a new mom in a tub with babies that's already established, because I don't want a chance at that mom being protective and killing all the babies. So what I'm doing is I'm waiting until there's no babies left in that tub, or pulled out and put in the grow rack or whatever. That way I can just combine some females and a male and be good. That way, a new breeding colony. I might even go one male for each rack. That way, I don't have to have as many males, and I can give the females a break. Now, the male won't get a break, but he never has a break when he's in with the females anyway. So, that's fine. I'll just keep a male on the sideline over here growing up, and then just switch them out every so often. They'll be good. But yeah, if my count is right, and a couple of these I may run 4, I don't know yet. But if I can get my 3 females per tub, that'll give me 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. That's 54 females. But I have 59 snakes. So I need another 5 females. So what I might do is one rack do 4 females. That way I got 24 females there and 18, 36, so that'll give me 60. So that's going to give me just a little over what I need. So that'll give me 60 females, and that'll give me plenty of rats, hopefully, after they start producing like they should. So that will probably mean I'm going to have another grow out rack, but that's fine. You never can have too many rat racks. So that is my plan. So you want to see some babies that are growing up? Look at this. Which these guys are probably, most of them, well, nope, not that tub. Where's it at? Oh, she's down here. Look back here in that corner. That mama's protective, can you tell? It's okay, mama. It's okay, mama. Look how big these babies are getting. But chances are, those are all going to be gone come tomorrow. So that mama will go in with other mamas. That way, maybe, I'm pretty sure this rack will be empty tomorrow. So that'll be okay. And I'm probably going to clean out a lot of the other babies tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
We'll see. So let me wash my hands a little bit. And we'll get to looking at a few snakes. Like I said, we haven't cleaned yet today. But we will be after the vlog, or after the live stream, I should say. So got to be a lot of cleaning done. Tomorrow we're going to be feeding a lot of frozen thawed. I missed your question. Sorry about that, Faith. Can you see what Shelly's question was? I got Faith on track for that.
How long do you leave the babies together before you put them in?
Okay, how long do I leave the babies in? I truly have not really time or like went okay this date to this date, but typically it's like 3 to 4 weeks. I just wait until they're eating, and if I know that, well, I'll just put it this way, because I see how much food's getting ate. So if I have a breeding group with that full of food, and it goes down real fast, like 3 days, it's already down quite a bit. I know them babies are eating that food. So that lets me know, okay, they're already eating. They can drink the water. So I can move them over to a grow out tub. And I know I probably leave mine in just a little bit longer than I should. But that's fine. It's not like I'm pressing. Now when I get up to my rack production like it was, that'll be something different. But yes, all I do is I don't really keep track of the time I leave them in there with, but that's all right. And breed at 2 to 3 months. Here's what I do when I do that. I let the rats get medium size, and then I put the males in with them. I'm probably, after I grow out these, well, let me show you a group, because it's about the smallest I'll put together to breed. And I know they're not necessarily going to breed until they're ready anyway, but I like to get my breeding groups together. That's like these guys here. A couple of them have a little bit to grow, but it's fine. They'll be all right. I'm not worried about it. So I let them grow out, and then that's fine. I let them go. So if I know I have 3 females that are going to be breeding in the next 3 weeks or so, and I need the space, I'll go ahead and allocate them to a breeding tub, throw a male in there, and whenever they get ready to breed, they'll let the male know. So that's the way I do that. Oh, I said I was going to show you guys some snakes. Let me get a drink real quick. I got a tea addiction.
I think everybody knows that.
Alright, so you said, okay, I'm used to mice. Heck, you look sideways after they're born and they're pregnant. Ha. Yeah, how often does a rat become a pet? Well, whenever the wife, Reagan, or Faith,
Yeah.
sees a baby, oh, it's so cute. It's a
I think
pet.
as kindergartners, whenever I was in elementary school, I would go up to all the kindergartners like,
It's,
oh my gosh, you're so
that's
cute.
like, let me show you a pet male that we got. We're growing up. And I don't want to call them pet because we don't keep pets, we keep breeders. So, oh, I gotta put the tripod back on. It's coming apart again. Alright, so let me see if I can find the spot. Alright, so this here is the male breeder that we're keeping. He's going to grow out and he's going to be a keeper. That rat is the one that they want to hold back and breed. So that's the male that we're holding back. Now, females, I have no problem holding back. I'll hold as many females back as possible.
Like all of them?
But right now, I need feeders, so I can't hold back too much. As soon as I get back to breeding like I need to be, then yes, I'll be able to hold more females back. But you just got to be careful when you do hold back females. You try not, and say you want to hold back a male, so the kids will raise the rat then. No, they will still be in the breeding rack, and they'll be taken care of just like the others. We don't have any rat pet, so-called pets around here. We keep them, but they have a place, if that means something. If you're a rat, there's a reason you're here. Whether it's breeding, or growing up, or being fed off. One of the 2. Or 3. Exactly, they got to pay rent. If I didn't want to raise them, I'd buy frozen thawed. But just like every snake breeder out here, or people that wants to get into breeding, they know once they have so many snakes, they need to start breeding rats to save all that money. And I've mentioned that before. You can save 75% of the money that you spend on frozen thawed if you breed your own rats. Your initial cost, that's kind of a big expense out of your pocket. But after you do that big expense, you're fine. So, and they say as a rule of thumb, you need 1 female for every snake you have. Well, it's not as bad as what you think, Tavion.
No.
If you have 16 snakes, you can get a 6-tub rack and be fine. You might have to have 2 racks, that way you can have grow outs. But do a 1-to-3 ratio, male versus female, in all of them racks, or do 1 male.
What? Oh, never mind.
I have 2 white rats right now for about 3 weeks. But I would do probably, do you have any problem euthanizing them or no? Because if you want to euthanize them, you could do 18 females to 6 males and you'll be fine. Yes, they are cute. They do make good pets, but around here, we don't need any more of them. Any pets of them. If anything, we'll get a different snake. So, it's fine. I mean, and Shelly, I'm thinking about, which I doubt I do, it would be nice to get a 1 tub of mice to breed just to get the experience. And of course, I will be hatching a lot of, hopefully, hatching a lot of snakes out this year. So I might need that mice pinkies. So, but what I may do, I do not know yet. But since I know you guys have bred mice, I'm going to ask you guys a question. I've only bred rats. So, here's my question to you. If I was to breed mice, and I was to use this tub, or this tank, to do it, it's a 40-gallon breeder tank, what would the ratio be that you'd put in there? Male versus female. The only reason why I would breed mice is for my hatchling snakes, because I know that from previous experience, it took some mice to actually get them to switch over to rats in order to start eating. But luckily, here's how it happened. I would try to assist feed. Well, this year I tried to assist feed. They rejected the meal twice, and then the following week, they automatically start eating mice on their own. 1 to 2 to start, then they can run you over with numbers really fast. Okay. That's what I might do, is just do a 1 to 2 ratio and grow them up in there. And now, they'll eat the same food as the rats, right? Now, I'm thinking they will. Now, and see, that's a good thing about doing what I can. I've already got these. So I'm not going to have to worry about water bottles. And I can make me a holder out of the hardware cloth. So I'm not worried about that either. I can also make me a bin for them to eat out of on the hardware cloth. So that won't be an issue either. Of course, they're going to need toys and all that kind of stuff I'll have to worry about. But I don't know. We'll see. It's just a thought that's gone through my head just so I can get experience with it. Because if they have babies, grow them into hoppers, CO2 them, they're frozen thawed, done. Don't have to worry about it. So it's not like I'm going to have to keep growing out and growing out and growing out. And I know mice live, I think they said about 12 months. So that's, they don't live that long from what I hear. So how would you recommend doing that? Have like 1 or 2 litters and then the next litter start growing out of more females, or how would you do that?
Didn't do anything. Not it.
But yeah, how many do they usually have a litter? I know they're a lot smaller than the rats. I didn't freeze on everybody, did I? Let's see here, because my computer was froze. Okay, no, I didn't freeze. Okay, good. Have the original 2, then have 2 as backup every couple months. Better turn on the computer. Yeah, you better hurry. Well, we're only going to be on here about another 5 minutes, CJ. So that's what I might do. I might go ahead and set that tank up and do a 1-to-2 ratio, and then do that. That sounds like a good idea. And then every 2 litters, hold back a couple females. Huh? What, are you going outside too, or just... No? Okay. So yeah, I might do that. Might end up doing that here pretty quick, just so I'll have them.
Should I be Trevor? Should I be...
Because I don't think the stink would be too bad with the male to 2 females, would it? I don't imagine it would be. Now, should I use the big stuff like I use for the rats, or should I use the smaller bedding for
No, phone's
them?
gonna die. My phone died. Rest in peace.
How many can you have together? Usually I see breeding groups of like 1 to 5, 1 to 6 on mice, but they produce quite a bit. If I breed, I'll probably, they can have around 12 to 14. Aspen works. I've seen them fighting in pens. Yeah, rats fight too. That just comes with it. Males don't get along with females. Females don't get along with females. It's just nature. But pine, the kill-dried pine wouldn't be too bad for him, would it?
Affirming your appointment with that. Where do I go?
I don't know.
What's this?
It should tell you.
Please be moved and arrive ready to work. Confirming with your...
I've never played online, so I don't know.
It's not online. I changed it.
Pine is way cheaper. Exactly. Now, here's the question. Do mice get RI from dust as bad as rats do? Virginia, thanks for coming. Have a good night. Maniac Morphs, do you breed rats as well? Or mice? What brand do you get, Maniac Morphs?
Thank you. The fire department are en route to your location.
En route to your location.
Because mine cost me $8.95 for, I think it's 5 cubic foot. No mice? Okay. Congratulations, Maniac Morphs. You just made moderator.
Wait, what?
So, which I get mine at the feed store, but I have a mill up the road and I go, oh, okay. Have you ever had a problem with mites though? I was using that stuff there. It's easy clean. But that's real small cut stuff, and that's creating a lot of dust. Now I'm using this stuff here. It's the bigger flake pine that they're doing fine. So I might go ahead and have the wife set this one up with some bedding and really start to get this tank ready. Because all I gotta do is go to the rodent store or pet store, grab a few, and I'm good to go. All I gotta do is let them grow up and all that stuff. So that's what I plan on doing there. I don't think 1 to 2 ratio is gonna stink too bad. I don't think I'll be able to tell it really. But anyway, we are right at that 60-minute mark that I try to reach on every live. We have been doing great on the people that's been coming and watching this live and becoming an active member of the community. Now I start sounding like Ed. But come back tomorrow. We'll see exactly what I did. Now, I'll probably have the rat racks finished. I'll probably have the tubs or the snakes fed, the tubs clean, and maybe even rearranged, but I doubt it. And if I have a chance and I can get this stuff worked out, I may even go to the extent of getting that tank set up, put a couple mice in there just to see how it works out. Worst case scenario, just euthanize them and not have to worry about it. So, I appreciate everybody. Thank you guys for coming. Don't forget tomorrow's Sunday chat with me right here at DCR Reptiles. And as always, take care of yourself. Be nice to others. Make sure that you treat your reptiles with respect. And if you have any questions, you guys know how to reach me. Email dcrreptiles@gmail.com, or you can reach me at Instagram, or you can reach me on here. But make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way when I do go live, you guys show up. We are here, and I will see everybody tomorrow on Sunday Chat. Have a good night, and as always, bye.